does that even mean, Bauer's game corner?
Hi there, YouTube. We're back again today for another Bauer Family Learns. I'm here with my son, Sean.
Hi.
He's 6 years old. And we were picking out games today, and he decided he wanted a little bit of a challenge, and so we're going to be learning Pandemic. And so I'm going to be teaching him how to play Pandemic, and I'm about to set up the board. I also want to mention that I actually have the expansion box right there, but this is going to be mostly the base game with maybe some extra cards mixed in here and there. So, buddy, this is Pandemic. And the world needs us. We need to be the heroes because there are going to be some diseases that are going to be spreading all around the world, and we have to stop these diseases or everyone in the world will die. So, first thing that happens is bad stuff. Last night we were sleeping. This morning there's 3 cities, and these 3 cities right here have a little bit of their disease. So what we're going to do for these 3 cities is we're going to put a cube on each one. So we need one in Johannesburg, which is this yellow city over...
I got it.
Nope, right here.
Okay. I want to do the next city.
One is Bangkok, which is right here.
I want to see. I want to do it.
And then one is Sao Paulo, which is right... Where is Sao Paulo? Right there. So these now go into the discard pile. Those cities they're okay, but it's not great there. So next we're going to add 3 more cities where things are even worse, Sean. In Baghdad and in Istanbul, which is, you want to put the ones? They're right there and right there. You're going to put 2 each. They each have 2 of these. So 1, 2, 1, 2. So that's really bad right over there. And then in Taipei, which I'll put it on there, we have 2 as well. But that's not the worst news we got last night. Are you ready for the worst news we got last night, Sean?
What?
In 3 cities, there are massive outbreaks. Outbreaks that can and will devastate the city and kill millions of people.
What's this?
Devastate. Just absolutely destroy it. These diseases will kill millions of people if we don't stop them. Because in London and in Atlanta, which is near us, in Santiago, there are 3 cubes. 3 cubes each. Now that doesn't sound like a big deal. 3 cubes? What are 3 cubes? Well, I'll explain how the cubes work in a second. Then we need 3 in Atlanta, which is not too far away from us, buddy. And 3 in London. Alright.
Maybe, probably the werewolves set down those diseases.
Maybe. Alright, so, it's not all gloom and doom, though, because what we're going to get is we're going to get these cards right here. These are called health cards, and these are going to help us out. Help cards. I don't know what they're actually called. So we're each going to get 4 of these cards because we are playing a 2-player game. If you're playing with a different player count, we get different cards. So it's actually kind of good that we're playing 2 players because we get 4 cards. All right. So I'll set those cards out, and I'll explain how they work in a second. But the thing about diseases, buddy, is wow, I really am terrible at shuffling. Did you get 3 event cards? Holy moly. Okay, well, anyway. So, the thing about diseases is, buddy, if you don't treat them, then they will get worse, and you will have what are called these epidemics. And I'll explain what these work. But these are cards that are going to come up while we're playing the game, and they are really stinking bad. And how you do it in this game is you actually set out 4 things of cards. So, once at the beginning of the game, you're going to get bad stuff happening. Once in the second part of the game, and once in the third and the fourth part. Alright. Oh, I forgot to shuffle in the epidemic cards. Noob. Alright. So, are you ready to start learning how the game works?
Yeah.
Let me get these cards set up first. Alright. Wow. 4 event cards. So those cards with words on them, those are really good cards. You got super lucky there. Alright. So now, what we have to do, now the board is all set up. We got our infection rate right here, outbreaks right here, is we have to figure out who we are, Sean. Because we are super special heroes who are going to save the world, but we don't know what our role is. So here, we get a role card. So your role is, wow, this is a great one. You're a scientist. And this card means that you only need 4 cards of the same color to discover a cure. So you see how you have this yellow card right here?
Mm-hmm.
Well, if you can get 4 yellow cards, then you're going to be able to cure the yellow disease.
So I can wipe it out?
Yeah, and that, well, they'll still be on the board and we'll still have to fix them. But how we win the game is we cure all 4 diseases.
But the expansion makes it trickier.
It
'cause
does.
You need to
But we're not playing with the expansion. So you're the scientist. That's a great one. So that's just a card that helps you remember who you are. That's your special ability. So we're going to be trying to get you to solve those diseases, okay, buddy? So now let's see what.
I'm white.
Let's see what. Oh yeah, you get the white pawn.
Oh,
So let's see if I. And we're going to start in Atlanta, right here, where the big blue outbreak is. Hopefully we don't get sick. So put your pawn right there. I am one from the expansion. I'm an epidemiologist. I don't even know what that is. Let's see. Once during your turn, you may, with permission, take any city card from a player in the same city with you. Doing this is not an action. So when we're in the same city, I can just take a card from you. I don't know if that's going to be that useful, but we'll see. So then we put the rest of the rolls. Look at all these different rolls they have. These are all different rolls you can play with. Isn't that cool?
Hey, wait, I saw the same.
Right now, Sean, we got to learn how to play the game, though, okay? All right, so let's see what cards I have. I have 1 blue, 2 blues, a black, and an event. All right, so here's how the game works. And it's really kind of simple, okay?
I just have 1 yellow.
All right, are you ready to listen? Oh, what color am I? I am beige. I'll be this guy.
That's kind of pinkish.
All right, so on your turn, you're going to do 4 actions. I'm going to give you this little card. This little card is going to explain to you the different actions you can take, but I'm also going to be here to help you. So the first thing you can do is, pay attention, buddy, look at me, is you can drive somewhere. So you could just, on your turn, go like this. 1, 2, 3, 4. And that would be your whole thing. You did your 4 actions. Now, did you see how I did that? Because you can drive, you can ferry as long as there's a line, even if it's a big line. So that's what the first thing you can do is you can just move. The next thing you can do is you can do a flight. You can take a flight there. So how you do that is you get rid of a card that you have, and then you get to fly to that city. So if you got rid of this card and say, all right, I'm going to discard this card and put it in the discard pile, you would get to fly all the way to Bogota, which is, well, right there, but that's not really impressive. But you still get to fly somewhere, okay? So the next thing you can do is if you have a city, so let's say you were already on Bogota, buddy, you can use their airport, and you can fly to anywhere in the world. That's a direct flight, so if you play a card, you get to fly right to there. And then if you have a charter flight, so hey Sean, so let's say that you had Chicago as a card in front of you. If you go to Chicago, then you can fly anywhere you want to in the whole world. But the next one we have is a really cool one. So the last thing we have to do to set up the board is this.
Shelter flight?
Hey, this is really important. This is our home base, all right? And we get to start in Atlanta. Now, if we get set up another base like that somewhere, then we will be able to fly from base to base without any cards. It's really good. Also, when we try and cure diseases, Sean, we're gonna have to be in our base to do the lab work. Okay, so having bases is really good. So what you can do is you can take a flight from one base to another base. Now there's 4 more actions, and then we'll get playing, okay? So the next one is you can build a research base. And how this works is it's kind of tricky, but it's really, really helpful if you can do it. You're going to get rid of a city card that you have that you are in to place a research base. So if you were in Bogota and you got rid of the Bogota one, we would get ourselves, boom, an extra base there, which is really helpful to us. So we want to have a couple bases maybe out on the board. But that's one of the great parts about this game is that you can play it however you want to play it. So the next thing you can do is you can treat a disease. So how does this work? It's really simple. So let's say on my turn I went 1, 2, I could go 3, 4, and I can just take away cubes. So that's how we can get rid of cubes on the board, so we're not completely jammed because all these are out here. So the next thing you can do is you can share knowledge. And this is when you give people cards. It's really kind of tricky. So you can give the card that matches the city you're in to another player. So if you and I were both in Bogota, you could give me the Bogota card. Or you can take that card from another player. The other player must also be in the city with you. So it's really hard to do cards like that, but sometimes you can do it. All right? And then last, there's only one more. And this is all on you because you're the scientist. You can discover a cure. So if you can get 5 cards of the same color, or for you, 4 cards of the same color, and go to one of these bases, you can cure a disease, which is really good and makes it way easier for us to win the game. All right, so let's just get it started, and then we'll. Oh, yeah. So let's take your first turn, okay? So, what cards do you have? You have Bogota, and then you have 3 special events. Can I read them?
Yes.
All right. So this one is going to let you add a research station to any city. That's really good. That's really stinking good. So you could add a research station right here, just with 1 action, and then you could just poof, fly right there and help cure it. This is going to let you take 2 extra actions on your turn. So instead of taking 4 actions, you get to take 6, which you're only going to use in 1 time. And then this one is going to let you move any 1 pawn to any city. So you'll be able to fly anyone, anywhere. So, now Sean, I want to say something to you. You can't have more than 3 cubes on a spot, okay?
You can only have 3, which is the baddest.
It is the baddest. But if you're supposed to put another cube there, and you can't, you have what's called an outbreak. So the first thing that happens is you go down on this outbreak chart, and if you ever get down to the skull, you're dead and we lose. There's lots of ways to lose this game. So that's the first thing you do. Then the next thing you do is the disease spreads. So let's say that London had an outbreak. You would put a disease cube here, and a disease cube here, and a disease cube here, and a disease cube here, because they're all touching London. Now here's another way. So you remember how I said if we ever get all the way to the bottom, that we die? Well, if you ever run out of cubes, you die too. And if you ever run out of these cards and you can't draw a card, you die too. There's lots of ways for the world to end, but are you ready to save the world, bro? All right, let's do it. Let's do it. So, one thing I might recommend doing is maybe taking care of some of the cubes that are near us. But that's up to you. So take your turn, buddy. Dude, you're about to fall off the back of the table. All right, so what do you want to do?
One to do this.
All right, you want to build a research base? Let me see the card. So it just says, add 1 research station to any city. No discard needed. This is not an action, so that's fantastic. So you can just take a research base, and you can put it anywhere in the world you want to. Now, one thing I'd recommend when you're setting out research bases is to try and spread them out, because you don't really want a research base in here and a research base here. But maybe a research base all the way over here, or maybe down here, or over here would be great. That's actually not a really good spot, buddy, because Los Angeles is connected, boop, to Sydney. So that's actually pretty close to us. You also might want to try and set it by some cubes, because like I said, we have to try and cure those cubes, get rid of those cubes. Place it somewhere. Action? Okay, sounds good. So that's not an action. You still have 4 actions to take. So do you want to move? Do you want to cure some stuff? That's probably what I'd recommend.
I'm going to cure some stuff.
Well, actually, we're in Atlanta, which is really, really sick. So curing some stuff in Atlanta would be super cool.
I'm curing stuff in Atlanta.
All right, so you take them off. So wait, 1 at a time. So that's 1 action. Put it back in there. You're going to take more of them off. That's action number 2. So put it back in there. You still have 2 more actions to take. Action number 3 in Atlanta is cured. Pound it! That's a really good luck for us. So now you still have 1 more action to go. So you might want to move somewhere. Maybe you want to. Maybe next turn you try and work towards Santiago, or I don't know. Maybe you want to work towards London. What are you thinking?
I'm moving towards London to help out there.
Okay, so you could wait. So this is where you could go 1 space or 1 space, but since you built that research lab, you could just go 1 space. Yeah, tell me that's not awesome.
1 space.
Well, 2 hour research space. So we can travel from this point to this point. That was a super awesome turn. Like, that was big time. So now that you've done your 4 actions, we have to draw 2 bad cards, though. And that's these cards up here. Well, here's the thing, Sean. Diseases are spreading, and some disease just popped up in Essen. I think you brought it with you. And some disease popped up in Osaka, over here. Now, we draw 2 cards right now, but as this track goes higher, we're going to draw more cards. And that track will go higher in a couple minutes, as you'll see. So now, if you have... and you draw 2 cards. Oops. I actually screwed up a little bit. Oops, I did it out of order. That's my mistake. Hopefully it doesn't come up to bite us in the bottom. Alright, so what I accidentally did there was I infected the cities before I drew 2 cards. So you actually need to flip that, and we'll flip that from every point on. So what'd you get, buddy? You got another yellow card. So that's not bad. If you get 2 more yellow cards, then you will be able to cure yellow. Alright, so what do I want to do here? My special ability, the infection rate is 1 until the current player's next turn begins. That's pretty good. Alright, but not right now. So, you cured that. So I might go down here to Santiago, I guess. I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, and I'm in Santiago. So now, I draw 2 cards. So I got myself a red card for Osaka. I can't really stay near you. And Jakarta, another red card. So this is not good. You want to have only 1 or 2 colors in your hand. You don't normally want to have 3 colors in your hand, as you'll see in a little bit. So then I
have 3 colors. Uh-oh.
And then we infect 2 cities. So Shanghai is getting sick. Milan also getting sick. Things are not looking the best over here. All right, so it's your turn. It's back to you, buddy. First thing you got to do is 4 actions. So there's a lot of disease over there in Europe. You gonna clean that up?
Oh yeah, cleaning it up.
All right, go do it.
Wait, right here.
So that's 1 action. And then 2 actions. Put it back in there. 3 actions. And 4 actions.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye! London, you are no longer a problem. All right, so you've done your 4 actions. So now you're going to draw 2 cards. So here's your first card. Black card. That's not very helpful. And a red card. Also super not helpful. Ow, we are striking out on these cards.
I wish that these were both yellow.
That'd be great. So here's the thing now, buddy. Since we have to start counting cards, because you are not allowed to have more than 7 cards in your hand. So how many cards do you have right now? You have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. This one doesn't count because it's your roll. So
8, 9.
No. You have 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Oh.
So if Sean, please don't do that. You're gonna fall backwards onto that on the ground. It's gonna hurt. Like that's cement down there, buddy. That's a trip to the hospital. Okay. So you have 7 cards. If you had more than 7 cards, so let's pretend you had 8 cards, you'd have to get rid of one. Get rid of one of them. You don't want to do that, but you're gonna have to. All right, my turn. What's up? What's up, Santiago? Hey. Cures for days. 1 action, 2 action, 3 actions. Santiago's cured, and I don't know what to do. I can't give you any of my cards that are going to be helpful. You can fly anywhere you want. Yeah. I don't know what to do. All right, so I am just going to go to Lima, much as I don't want to. All right, so draw 2 cards. What do I got? A red card. That's great. That gives me 3 red cards. And then a black card, which is not great. That's doo-doo.
Doo-doo.
And all right, so I drew 2 cards. I have 7, so I don't have to discard anything. Oh no, I have 8. No, I have 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. No, I have 8 cards. I have to get rid of a card. Oh, but luckily, what I can do is this is a special event card, right? It says play at any time, not an action. So this card, instead of getting rid of it, I'm going to play it because I can play it at any time. And so now, until the player's next. So until my next turn, we're only going to have to draw 1 bad city that gets sick. So that's good. So instead of drawing 2 cities, we're going to draw 1 city, and it is Miami. Party in the city where the heat is on all night and the day to the break of dawn. You know that one, Sean? I don't think you do. We got to listen to Welcome to Miami. It's a good song. All right. You got 4 actions, buddy. So here's the thing you need to take into consideration. You got to get rid of some of these cards. You don't want to get rid of any of them, but you got to get rid of some of them.
I'm not getting rid of these.
Well, what I might recommend doing is spending this card, because that's going to give you 2 extra actions. And then you have 1 less card, too. So you have 6 actions this turn. Now, another thing you might want to consider is move any 1 pawn to any city. Get permission before moving another player's pawn. So I think we might need to try a little bit of a mission. Are you ready to listen to this? I think we need you to give me this soul card. So that would give me 4 red cards, which means I'll be close to curing, and it also will get rid of a card in your hand, so you can hold on to those yellows. So what I think we might want to try doing, let's see what my special ability is real quick, actually.
Take a card.
Once during your turn, you may, with permission, take any city card from player in the same city with you. Oh, that's really good. Okay. I think we might want to try and get that card from you to me.
Yeah.
So, and here's another thing. I think you might want to airlift me. Actually, you know what? We're fine. What do you want to do this turn? We have a lot of actions. What do you want to do this turn? Do you want to try and cue the rest of the stuff in Europe? Or do you want to... All right.
Cure it up.
So, yeah, you just cure it up, and then we can make this work. I got a plan. All right, so just go ahead, cure. You have 6 actions. What? No. Remember, you got to move there.
Yeah.
So 1, 2. Nope. Slow down. So 3 to move there, and then 4 to pick up the cube. So you have 2 more actions. No. Move first. Action 5, and then there's action 6. So wait, nope. You used all 6 actions.
Wait. Wrong place.
But that's still great. Now here's what I'd say: do it. Use this card, because it's not an action, and move me to Istanbul. Move me right there with you.
Alright.
And you'll see why in a second. So, you're playing your card. Are you cool with this? I don't want to alpha game you. It's just, I know these strategies are crazy. Right? Alright, so, this card's now gone, which isn't bad, because now, when you draw 2 cards, you won't have to get rid of any, because you'll only have 7. Good idea, huh? Alright, so first thing we do, draw 2 cards. Oh no, it's the dirty Epidemic card. So this is the bad card that has come to ruin our day. So when these cards come out, and there's only 4 in the game because we're playing a beginner game, first thing you're going to do is you're going to move the infection rate up by 1, which is still at 2, so it's cool. Next, we're going to draw the bottom card from this deck, and it gets really, really, really sick. Mexico City is now 3 cube infected. Oh man, that is real bad. That's about to bust across the border and infect all of us. So we've infected that, and then we are going to take all these cards right here, the bad cards with the bad cities. We're going to shuffle them up, and they're going on the top. So we are going to be drawing bad cities, and people are going to be getting sicker and sicker. Yeah, it's real bad. So last but not least, you do get your other card, which is yellow. Okay, 1 more yellow, and we're in the money there. Okay, so we drew the 2 cards. You don't have 7 cards. You only have 6, so we're good. Can you put all your cards up here, buddy? All right, and then we have to infect cities, but since I played that special card last time, we only have to infect 1 city, and Istanbul will get 1 cube, and we're on Istanbul. So that is best case scenario. All right, so now it's my turn. So let's do the last part of our secret plan. So once during my turn, I can take any city card from a player in the same city with me, and this is not an action, as long as you're cool with it. Hey, can I have that red card, buddy?
Sure.
Oh, sweet. That's totally not an action. Booyah. Play the system. All right. Cool. So, if I were you, I could cure this disease, but I'm not you. Now, here's the other thing that I can do for you. Since we are both in Istanbul, this actually worked out perfect. I can give you my Istanbul card, too.
Oh.
Now, this is going to make it so that maybe if you get that yellow, you'll be able to start working on black next. Okay? So, I have 4 actions, so let's go ahead and take them. And Oh, yeah. Where's Chennai? That's actually a really good spot. Oh, man. I want to build a research base there. I'm going to have to discard the card. Nah, bummer. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and go 1, 2. And then,
No, that's me.
oh, sorry. And then 3, 4. Boom. All right, so did my 4 actions. Now I got to draw 2 cards. I got a blue, and I got a blue. Oh, no! Oh, no! This is so bad! This is so bad, buddy. All right, are you ready to see why this is really bad?
What?
4, 5, 6. So, can we? Yeah, this is real bad. So, how many cards do I need to cure a disease? How many do I need?
You need 7.
No, I need 5. You only need 4 because you're the scientist. You're special. But I need 5 because I'm not as smart as you. So I have 1 black, which, yeah, I'll get rid of that one. I have 1, 2, 3, 4 blues. So I'm close on blue. I am super close. We are this close to a cure, sir. This close. So I want to keep all my blues, right?
Yeah.
But then let's count my reds. 1, 2, 3, 4. So I am this close on red to curing the disease too. But here's the problem. I have 9 cards, which means I have to get rid of 2 cards. So I get rid of this black one. I don't even think about it because I don't need that black card. But then what do I do here? Do I get rid of the blue or do I get rid of the red? What do I do?
I don't know.
I don't know. This is a hard choice. Have you ever had a choice this hard in any of the games that we've played so far? I know. These are the kind of choices that I love about grown-up games. They give you these hard choices because I want to keep all these cities. I want to keep all of them. But I can't.
I could take care of it.
But here's the I got something. I got something good. Remember my special ability? My special ability would let me take this blue card out of your hand next turn.
Oh, yeah.
So, I should get rid of a red because we're going to be able to cure blue pretty soon. So I'll get rid of one that's a faraway city we probably will never travel to. Probably will never go to Seoul. So I will get rid of Seoul. So now I'm down to 7 cards. We're good. That was a tough choice. And now we have to infect cities, and we're back to infecting 2 cities. So, Taipei, which is, ooh, it's a problem. It's a problem in Taipei, Sean. And then London, which, whatever. We got Europe on lockdown. All right. So, what you thinking? Where's Istanbul?
Mm-mm.
Oh, we're on Istanbul. So, I got an idea for you. I want to run it by you. Are you ready?
What?
You have 6 cards. You're going to have to draw 2 cards, right? And then you're going to have to probably get rid of 1 card because you'll have 8. So what I would recommend doing is spending one of your black cards this game, or this round. Now, it doesn't seem like the greatest idea, but I'm thinking that maybe you go to Baghdad, you're here with me, you cure it, and you put a research base there.
That sounds good.
That sounds good, because here's the other thing. If you put a research base there, and then I take that blue card from you, I can go right back to that research base, and I can cure blue. Gone. Can you please not sit at the edge of the table, Sean? All right. So, what do you think about that? Moving over here, curing it up, building a research base.
Yes.
All right, go for it.
1.
Wait. So, the first thing you got to do is you have to move to Baghdad.
1.
1. And then you have to spend the Baghdad card if you want to build the research base there.
2. 2.
Research base, which is where we can cure diseases. And then you have 2 more actions. Do you want to cure it? Do you want to start moving towards red? What are you thinking?
Bye.
Right?
Bye.
3. And then we have 1 more action. So what would you like to do? Red's going to be a problem, but you also might want to head back to yellow. Who knows?
I'll work my way back. Yeah.
Okay. Well, don't forget. you could go that way, or you could take the research base right there.
Oh yeah.
You want to do that?
Yep.
That's what's nice about having research bases, right? I mean, you can fly wherever you want. Well, I mean, in those spots.
Trampoline.
So, boom, and you're all the way in Atlanta. I think if we can, we should try and get one more research base over here in red. That'd be super useful. But it's not always the case. All right, so now we're to the nitty-gritty. Draw 2 cards. Black card. Don't need it. Red card. Don't need it. Wait, actually, red card's not bad. Red card's not bad. All right. So you have 7 cards, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. All right, so now we infect 2 more cities. Miami. Boom. Hit. Sao Paulo. Boom. Hit.
I want to know who's all behind this.
Well, if you want to know who's behind it, then I will have to, if you like this, show you the guy who's behind it, which is the bioterrorist. This guy right here. So you can play a game of Pandemic where I or you would be the guy spreading the diseases. Doesn't that sound cool?
That sounds intense.
Yeah. So if we played it, you, me, and Mommy, like I would probably be the guy setting out the diseases across the board and moving around the board and stuff. And you two would be trying to stop me.
I want to be that guy.
Well, it's a little bit trickier, but we could probably teach you sometime. All right. So we infected. So it's my turn, right? I think we're good. Yeah, because we did. Yeah. So here's my actions. I'm gonna go 1. And hey, you mind if I take that blue card off you, sir?
Yep. Hurry.
Boom. 2. Oh, that's not an action. That's right. That's not an action. So what I can do now, since I'm already a research base, so my second action is I'm gonna take all 5 of these cards, and we are curing blue. Blue is gone.
And that
So-
goes
That goes up. No. It goes up. Because there's still the blue disease on the board. Alright, and this is where the game gets a little bit interesting. Because if we can get rid of this last blue cube on the board, then look at this. The disease will be dead. It will be gone forever. And whenever we are supposed to put blue cubes out, we won't do it. It's really good if you can get to it. So, I've cured blue. Actually, I think we can do that. Look, it says I can go. So I did 1, 2 to cure it, 3. Oh no, 4. I need 1 more action to do it. I can't do it, but you can do it next turn, maybe. All right, if you want to. Do you want to do it, or do you want me to? What do you think? Because we can reverse it.
I'm doing it.
All right, so I'm gonna go. Take back my actions. So I did my 1 action to move here. I did my 2nd action to cure it, and then I'm gonna go 3, 4. Cure a little bit of yellow. Then we draw 2 cards. Give me some red. Ooh, this is a cool card. We look at the top 6 cards of the deck, and then we can move them in whatever order we want. So we can kind of control our destiny a little bit. And a red. Whoa, I am 1 from curing red. We're doing great, buddy. All right. Your turn. What you doing? Oh, we have to infect. Whoops. Santiago. All the way down here. And Baghdad. I forgot there was even black cubes. It's all right. So now it's your turn.
First move. 1.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
There's a line right there. If you're trying to get over there, you can use that.
2. 3.
Boom! Blue disease cured. We do not have to worry about the blue disease at all anymore. That's really stinking good. You have 1 more action too. Can I make a suggestion?
Yes.
Well, there's not many places you can go right now, right? But if you were to go back to Paris and stay at the research base, I could visit you, take your red card, and we could cure red.
But,
Does that sound like a plan?
yep, but that we'll have to take
We'll
care
still
of.
have to take care of that. But the red cure will be there. And all you have to do to win is just get all 4 red cures. You don't have to do this like we did. This is just extra super awesome. But we just have to cure them. All right, so Draw 2 cards. Red. You got 2 reds. Red. What? That's actually really good. I'll tell you what in a minute. So you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 cards. So you are going to have to discard a card, Sean. So the question is, which card do you discard?
Bye, black.
You making the black one? All right. So
We're not going on this right now. We're not going on the black right now.
Okay.
I would recommend doing the black last.
Okie dokie. I will definitely. We can do that if you want to.
Because none of us. I just have this, and you have 0 black cards.
I do have 0 black cards.
So that's why
We do have 3 in the discard pile, though, which might make us worry a little bit, but we'll worry about that when we get there. So we drew 2 cards. Let's see what's getting infected. Shanghai. Essen. But it's a blue card. Do we pay attention to blue cards? I don't have to listen to you, Essen. You're not my real dad. You're not my favorite gaming convention. All right.
The blue disease is out in the place where nobody goes, so it can't cure anyone.
All right. My turn. So I'm gonna go.
Actually, it's curing itself.
1, 2. Can I have one of those red cards off you, sir?
Oh yeah.
3. Oh no, that's not an action. 3 to cure it.
Oh yeah.
Boom. Oh, I need to stop putting these cards. I'm putting them back in the discard pile.
Bye.
They're just being there. Whoops.
Red.
What am I doing?
D.
Noob.
Bye.
All right. Red is up there, but it's not cured. It's cured, but it's not eradicated. It's not completely gone. But hey, hopefully soon. And then I have one more action. And,
You can move closer by going blue.
I could. You think that's what I should do?
Yeah.
Okay.
Sounds a good idea.
I'm going to let you make some of my moves. Because this is going a little bit too smoothly. Alright, so, draw 2 cards. I got a yellow card, which you need. And I got another yellow card, which you need. Alright, and then...
Can I ask to take one of your cards?
Yeah, it's really hard to do. We have to both be in the same city. It would, yeah. I mean, do you want to try and move us towards the same city?
Yeah.
Alright, wait. I still have to, infect. So, infected, no, we didn't. Alright. I just lost track. What just happened?
You just made that infected.
Oh, yeah. And then we did 2 cards, right? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And that's a nice thing. You can look in the discard pile and see if you've done it or not. So now it is your turn, Sean.
1, 2.
So let's see. What?
Can I have one of your cards?
Hey, Dad!
Hey, buddy. Can you keep it down? We're playing a game right now, okay?
And we're recording it.
All right. So, unfortunately, Sean, you don't have the same special ability I do. I can take your cards, but you really can't take my cards unless it's really tricky. So, in order for you to take one of these cards, we would have to be in the same city.
Oh, yeah.
And we would have to we would have to be in that city. So, for instance, if you want to take this Mexico City card from me, we would both have to be in Mexico City. It's really hard. So, do you still want... So, we can't trade cards right now.
Oh, it shows you right now.
My special ability? Yeah, me too. But,
I wish
so you
we
do have...
could share special abilities.
That'd be pretty powerful. So, what you're going to do, you have 1 action left. Could I make a suggestion?
What?
Are you open to a suggestion?
Yeah.
So, I think that we need to both clear our heads and just work on some reds.
Let's go.
But, what you can do, since we've already cured red, is you could even use your Shanghai card or your Manila card. You could fly to over here or to over there by using the card. Plus, that way you wouldn't have to discard a card. So where do you want to fly to?
This card.
Shanghai? Alright, so you get to take a flight, whoop, all the way to Shanghai. Fourth action.
Bye.
And you are right in the heart of red now. Alright. So, draw 2 cards. Ooh, what's this one let you do? Remove 2 disease cubes from the board at any time. Wow. That's great. And Ren. So you need the red, you can't get the yellow. Alright, so you're about to draw 2 infection cards. I have an idea. I have this card, which is going to let us look at the top 6 cards of that deck and put them in order.
Yeah, that's stupid.
Okay, so let's take a look at the top 6 cards of the deck. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let's take a look at what we got. So we
don't care.
We don't care at all. That's a great one for us. We have Bangkok, which is right here, so we kind of care about that one. Johannesburg, which is down here, so we kind of care about that one. Don't care. Osaka, which is kind of care about it. And Mexico City. Whoa, Mexico City, we really care about it.
Oh, yeah.
So we'll put Mexico City all the way at the bottom. And then we'll put these 2 blues at the top. Because that'll give us a couple turns to get ready for it. So now we draw 2 cards. Oh, it's a blue. Don't care. It's a blue. Don't care. Alright, now it's my turn. So oh man, I don't think I'm going to be able to get you these yellow cards you need. You're just going to have to draw one. So I'm going to use Mexico City, and I'm going to fly all the way to Mexico City. So that's 1 action, 2 actions, 3 actions, 4 actions. Mexico City, you're cured. For now. Alright, so, draw 2 cards. Red, we don't really need. Play immediately after a discover a cure action to remove 1 to 5 of those cure disease. Wow. That's really good.
I think, well, I'm the only one that can discover a disease.
Yeah, we got to get to that yellow. All right, so now it's your turn.
Okay.
So, you have 4 actions. And oh, here's another special thing. So now that we've found the cure for red, instead of taking 2 actions to pick that up, you just take 1 action and they're both gone. 1 action, all 3 of these cubes gone. So that was 1. Wait, you gotta move there.
Alright.
2, 3, they're all gone. All of them. Booyah. And you have 1 more action.
What? I guess 4.
Okay.
You only have 2 left.
Alright. I think you moved the same spot twice, but whatever. 2 cards. Red. No, you don't need red. Blue. No, you don't need blue.
I don't care about it.
Well, yeah. Well, they go over here. Because you do have to discard. You have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. You have to discard 1 more card. So, which card would you like to get rid of?
We're doing your last.
I wanna make a suggestion to you, buddy. We have gotten rid of a lot of black cards into this deck, haven't we? We put quite a few in here, which means it's going to be a lot harder to get black cards. So what I might suggest is instead of getting rid of one of these black cards, which we still need to cure, why don't you get rid of one of these red cards that already has a cure? Does that make sense?
Yeah.
All right. All right. So, now we draw 2. Bangkok, Oriental City, because the city don't know. All right. And Johannesburg, which is not that big of a deal. All right. So, I don't even know what to do now. This is kind of weird. I'm going to go 4. Yeah, I'm going to go... How about I just go after yellow? 1, 2, 3, 4. And draw 2 cards. Oh, no. So, Epidemic. So this goes up 1. We draw the bottom card from the deck, and it is Algiers, which, where is Algiers? It is right here. Algiers is now a big problem. And then we're going to shuffle these cards up and put them back on top. So, That's kind of bad, buddy. But luckily, there's only one spot that can have an outbreak. Like, we haven't had any outbreaks. That's super duper lucky.
Wait, what's in? Oh yeah.
That's when it would get a 4th cube, all right? So, Milan, don't care. Bangkok, bam, problem. All right, so now it is your turn. Wait. It's my turn, because you just discarded a card, right? Yeah, it's my turn. Ooh, what do I do?
Didn't you do something already?
What?
Didn't you do stuff already?
No, you just took your turn, remember, because you... Oh, wait, you were supposed to draw another card, weren't you? After the outbreak. So here's a second card. It's Bangkok, which you don't need.
What you need?
Nope.
Oh yeah.
Because red's cured. So
But we need to get rid of this.
we can do that. You do have to get rid of one card, though, because you're at 8.
I'm gonna do this.
Oh, okay. So what's that one say? Remove 2 disease cubes from the board. So just take 2 disease cubes off. Any 2 disease cubes off the board. Nowhere, anywhere you want. Whoa, Osaka.
1, 2.
All right, Bangkok. Okay.
Now we just need 2 more of them.
Wow, I kind of want to get to red now and try and cure it. Can I do that? No, I cannot.
Yeah, there had to be a base here and a base here.
Oh, I can fly to Tokyo, but Tokyo is all the way over here, so that'd be 1, 2, 3. Nope, can't do it. Okay, wheel. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'll head to Algiers because I forgot that's bad. All right, 2 cards. Riyadh and Cartoon. Why can't you get this yellow card? Actually, Cartoon's right there. Maybe we might want to meet there. I don't know. We'll see. So now it is, 2 of these. Istanbul, problem. Where's Istanbul? You see it? Oh, it's right there. There's the second one. Taipei. Which is where you are. That's lucky. Your turn. 1, 2. No, you remember you gotta move there. 3. And remember, since it's cured, you gotta take both off. 4. Boom! Red is all the way gone. This is like so good. It's ridiculous, Sean. That is amazing for us. All we have to do is worry about black and yellow. Okay, so now you draw 2 cards. Black. You only need 1 more to cure black. And yellow!
Yes!
Okay. So you do have 9 cards though. So you have to get rid of 2 of your cards.
We don't need
I
this
am
anymore.
so proud right now. That is the choice, buddy. That was exactly the right move. You don't want to get rid of any of those black. But those reds, you don't need those reds. That was an awesome choice. I was gonna watch you and see if you did it. I'm excited. Alright. Okay. So it's my turn. I'm gonna go 1, 2, 3.
And one more action.
Did we infect? Yeah, we did. So 1, 2. No, we didn't. Yeah, I think we need to do that.
Blue, don't care.
Don't care.
Black, care.
Oh no! Outbreak. But that's only our first outbreak, so we're doing really good. So it spreads to all of the cities next door. Ow, ow. There's black disease in blue cities. All right, your turn, Sean. Wait. Never mind. It's my turn. It's my turn. Duh. Because I was going to do this. 1, 2, 3. Oh, that's... Oh. Well, yeah, it's still good. 1, 2, 3.
And I need one more.
Yep. And I'll go 4. Actually, yeah, we'll do 4. All right. And draw 2 cards. Blue.
Don't care.
Ooh, select player. This player may swap his roll card with any of the unused rolls. So I could get a different roll. That's kind of cool. 5, 6, 7. I have 7 cards, so we're good. And I do Johannesburg. That's a problem. London. Don't care. All right, your turn.
Oh, you're getting wiped
Whoa,
out.
whoa, 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 whoa. You have to beat a research base.
Looks like that's before you.
I know, doesn't that stink?
Yeah. Well, at least next turn you can do it.
Yep. All right, so we draw 2 cards. Yellow, another yellow.
Don't need. Wait, we do need it.
Nope, it goes over here. And then this turn, the player may spend actions to move one. Oh, and this card, which you don't want to get rid of, but you really want to hold on to the other cards, and you can't play it right now. So I would get rid of that card because you got to keep your yellow and you got to keep your black. We're still doing great, buddy. Trust me. I think we're pretty sure we're about to win. All right, so my turn. What do I want to do?
We just need 2 more diseases left.
Yeah.
But blacks probably can be
I'm going to go 1,
easier to
2,
Yeah.
3. I draw 2 cards. I don't need blue.
blah, blah, blah.
1 quiet night. Yes! Skip the infect city step. We'll do that right now. Bam. So, we don't infect cities. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We're good. Alright, your turn. Yellow, yellow, bobello, banana, fana, bobello, beepa, pomelo.
You're getting it. You're going down yellow.
Yellow. Alright, so it is cured. So that was 1 action. And now I'm going to play this card that I have over here. It's a really weird card. Event, Rapid Vaccine Deployment. Play immediately after a Discover a Cure action. Remove 1 to 5 cubes of the same, of that disease. These disease cubes must come from connected cities. So we can get rid of yellow cubes. So I'm going to get rid of these 2. Bam. I probably should have got rid of these in hindsight, but hey, whatever. All right, so you still have 3 actions. 2, 3.
I'm what?
You got 1 more action. All right. So you take 4 actions. Get 2 cards. Los Angeles.
Don't care.
Lovely place, though. You got to hold on to the cards, though. And Kinshasa. All right. So we did the one. You did the 1 quiet night event, which is great. Which means
you did 1 quiet night.
Wait, did I do it or did you? Oh, I did it. So yeah, you still draw 2 cards. Miami.
Don't care.
Well, I mean.
Oh yeah.
They're getting sicker. And Santiago. But, man, we just need to get you that black card. Alright, so I will go ahead and... Wait, I have Riyadh. 1, 2, 3. I have Riyadh. Okay. I can give you my Riyadh card. Or you can take my Riyadh card next turn. And we can cure black.
I wish I had that card.
Well, here's the thing. I can change my roll. So I'm going to change my roll right now, and let's find a roll that's going to help us get places fast.
Well, remember that pilot? The pilot guy that you were?
Which one?
When you...
Oh, yeah, I know what you're talking about now. Where is the pilot? Pilot!
I saw the same guy. I
You
saw
may,
the same person.
as an action, fly to any city within 3 connections. Whoa. So, as an action, I can move up to 3 cities away. Alright, so I'm going to go 1, 2, 3. So that's 1. Then I'm going to go 2. And then, since I'm the pilot, this will let me take someone with me. You want to come with me?
Yeah.
Let's fly away. 1, 2, 3. So I just did 3 actions there. And then, hey, would you like this black card, buddy?
Sure,
because we're in the same city in Riyadh. Because your awesome dad pilot just flew us there. Whoa, that worked out so well. Tell me that wasn't cool. All right, so 2 cards. Cairo and an event.
What does the event say?
It says this turn remove 1 disease cube from each city that you drive to. So if you were to like go 1, 2, 3, 4, you take 1 from each one. All right, so Baghdad. Problem right there, and Shanghai. No, thank you. Don't care. All right. So you have 4 blacks. Do your turn, bro. 1.
2.
Hey, Sean. So what are you doing on this turn?
Wiping out black.
Well, don't forget you have to. You also have the cards to cure it.
Well, I'm gonna use these cards to cure it.
Well, yeah. Okay. Do you want to do that instead of wiping the disease out?
I'm gonna wipe it out.
Well, curing the disease wins us the game. Like we're done. We win.
I'm gonna cure it.
All right. So we were at Riyadh. So you gotta now take your moves. So remember, you gotta go to a research center to cure it. 1, 2. There's a research center right there. Did you forget?
Bye. Bye.
Boom. Game over. We win. We save the world. We're the bosses. That was a really great game of Pandemic. We really crushed it there, dude. We got some good breaks. We also did have some extra event cards from the expansion to make it a little bit easier, and we were using 4. So, Sean...
Hey, I know who the black guy is. That guy.
The bioterrorist. Alright, so this is your first time playing Pandemic. You've watched me play it before, but your first time playing it. What did you think of it?
I loved it.
You loved it? Now...
It's...
Go ahead.
It's like with Castle Panic as one of my favorite games.
So, what did you really like about the game? Like, what were some of your favorite things?
My favorite thing about the scientist is that she doesn't need 5, she needs 4.
That's really useful. And here's the other thing. Like, that's just one role. Like, there are so many roles in this game. Different people you can be. Look at all these. Look at all these cards. You can be all these people, and all these different people have their own special thing that they can do.
I want to find the terrorist.
Well, the terrorist... Okay, but each of them does, and that's really cool. So what else did you like about the game? Did you like the theme of us trying to help the world and save everybody?
Yeah, and I also liked... my favorite card was... the thing where you can place down one of these things.
Yeah, that really helped us early on, being able to just go bloop, bloop, bloop. That was definitely a super nice time to use that card. Did you like all the pieces? Did it look cool? Did you like moving around the map?
Yeah, and I liked that it showed you what the people really looked like. So you'd be like, what does this guy look like? What does this guy look like?
Yeah, that's really cool. So that is Pandemic. This is definitely one you're going to want to play again.
Hey, Medic!
You want to play this? Medic is super good. Medic is super useful. Is this a game you'd want to play again?
Yeah.
Maybe we can play it with Mommy sometime. So, and do you want to try the expansions eventually?
Sure.
Maybe mix in the deadly purple cubes. Well, we'll have to do that sometime. So, this has been Learn to Play of Pandemic. And I did have some Pandemic on the Brink stuff expansion there, but it looks like my typical key. Cup of tea, be sure to check that one out. It's absolutely a fantastic cooperative game. And if you're enjoying what I'm doing, click on that subscribe button down below. If you want to support the channel, click on the little Amazon Associates link down below. Buy anything on Amazon for the same amazing great prices. It throws a couple pennies our way. And in the comments below, let me know, do you have a question, Sean?
If you were in one of the cities that was getting deadly, what would you do?
Oh my goodness. So what would you do if you were in a city about to be quarantined, disease and death everywhere? Oh, what would you do, Sean?
I would get to a place Like, let's say I'm one of the people here. I'll just be like, okay, then go sit. Nothing to say.
You know, I think with you and Luke being so young, I would actually do the same thing. So if, like, remember at the beginning of the game when we were in Atlanta and Atlanta was like super sick, I would totally be like, oh, we're moving from Atlanta and we're going as far away as we can. How about we move to Wyoming? Just away from the disease, even though I'd hate to live in Wyoming. But let me know in the comments below. What would you do? That's a really cool question. In a super deadly city like that. And as always, thanks for your time, YouTube.
Why would